Hey Turnip, so today I'm coming back with a really awesome and my favorite recipe. It's a coffee au lait. It's a great way to start your mornings, especially since the New Year's is coming up, so you guys have to give this macaron a try. And the color looks really similar to coffee au lait, so you guys are going to enjoy this. So starting off with my ingredients, so they're all listed in the description box down below, so check it out. So my egg whites are cold and fresh, and we are going to whisk it until we reach a cloudy consistency. So once you reach this creamy, cloudy consistency, we are going to add in our granulated sugar. And just add it all in one shot. So once you have reached stiff peaks, that's good. Or you guys can turn the bowl over, and if it doesn't fall or slide down, that means that it is ready, just like that. And I think that method is much more efficient compared to stiff peaks, because there's possibility that you guys overbeat your egg whites and it will still have that stiff peak texture. So moral of the story, if you guys flip your bowl over and it doesn't slide down, you guys are good to go. So to have that really rich coffee smell and flavor, we are going to add in our coffee extract. And I got this extract from Walmart, so you guys can find it there. And it's really easy, and in my previous videos I've done two videos on coffee macarons. One is using espresso powder and one is using a coffee mix. Either of them are good alternatives, but I think that extract is usually a really safe option because it's not only going to have that distinct flavor and smell, it is going to create beautiful stiff peaks as well. So the iffy thing about using powder like espresso powder or coffee mix powders is that it might dry out your egg whites, so you guys definitely need to be very careful not to have too much powder because it will eventually cause your macaron's batter to clump really fast. Even though there's a slight color change, usually most extract does not cause any color changes in your egg whites, but I really like this creamy color. It reminds me of coffee for sure, so I think it's perfect. And to create that light creamy brown color, we are going to add in a teaspoon of cocoa powder just to give it color and flavor. And I recommend you guys run it through a sift just so that all of the powder can be distributed evenly, because usually cocoa powder can clump very often, especially if it has been on your shelf for a long time. So sifting is a good choice. And of course I'm going to add in my creamer, which is typical milk powder, so it's going to create that coffee au lait texture and flavor. And we are going to sift that as well. Now we are just going to simply mix all together so that it's evenly incorporated into the dry ingredients. And turnips, if you guys want a bolder and darker flavor for chocolate, you guys are more than welcome to use dark chocolate Hershey powder. I just happen to have the cocoa powder in my home instead of having my typical dark Hershey cocoa powder in my dorm room, so I'm just going to use with what I have. But I think that using the cocoa powder is definitely going to create a lighter color, which definitely fits more of the coffee au lait style. So next we are going to combine our egg whites and our dry ingredients, and we're going to add it all at once. And it is extremely crucial that you guys also include the remaining bits of the dry ingredients, because it will definitely affect the egg whites to dry ingredients ratio. And then proceeding on to the next part, we are going to fold it, and this part I'm not going to fast forward because I really love the color and the changing color and the combination, so I'm just going to leave it here. But if you guys want to fast forward it, feel free to do that. And if you guys want to skip this part, that's more than welcome. But for those who are new to making macarons, this is a really good video on showing you guys the changes and the number of folds that you guys need to do in order to create that beautiful macaron batter, because this is a very common place where a lot of beginners make mistakes. So you guys should watch it and learn. So my favorite mantra is to fold from outside inwards. As you guys can see, I'm scraping the edge of the bowl just to increase and incorporate all the dry ingredients, incorporate into the middle batter, which is relatively wetter. And we are going to just keep on sliding until we have well combined our dry and wet ingredients. And you will know that when we see that we don't see clumps of white dry powder around there. And as you guys can see, it's relatively combined now, and now we are just folding just to loosen up all the excess air, because we do not want too much air in our macaron batter. That would cause the macarons to have really high feed, and it might even cause their macarons to break since there's so much air inside the macaron shells. Or we also do not want to overmix it. That would decrease all the air in the macaron batter, and that will also cause their macaron to not have any feed at all. So when you guys are folding, definitely remember to scrape the sides of the bowl. And once you guys reach this beautiful lava consistency where it drips back just a little bit, but not too much, you guys are ready to move on to the next step, which is the piping part. And I'm going to use a cup just to hold it, my piping bag. And what better cup to use other than a Starbucks mug? So I'm just going to use a Starbucks container, and I'm going to put my piping bag in there and fold it outside just to make sure that there's none of it that spills over. And I'm just going to pour it directly into the piping bag. And a couple of piping tips, it's just relatively easy. Just pipe directly on top and push. And I'd recommend you guys piping small, but leave a lot of space in between the macarons because it will spread, so that you guys want to have nice petite macarons instead of really huge big macarons that might overflow and connect with other macarons, and it's not going to look as pretty. And I like to pipe diagonally just to ensure that there's enough space in between all the macarons. So moving on to the next step, we are going to bang our cookie sheet just to release all the excess air bubbles. And if you guys forget to do this, it might cause the macaron shells to either crack or form no feed. So definitely remember to do this. And we are going to bake these macarons for 90 minutes in a preheated 300 degrees Fahrenheit oven. And we want to do 90 minutes instead of 20 minutes, that's my usual time, because we wanted to have a really beautiful rich color instead of having a little bit burnt. And since it's a lighter color, it will definitely have a burnt color if you guys leave it for 20 minutes instead of 90 minutes. So definitely go for the 90 minutes. So I'm just going to sandwich them together, and we are almost there and done. And I really love the macaron color and the combination with the macaron filling in the middle. And for the macaron filling, I'm using taro macaron filling. So if you guys are interested in that video, I'll be posting that very shortly. And I think the combination of colors is just absolutely perfect. It's perfect for people who love coffee just like me. And it's from real coffee since it's a coffee extract. What a perfect way to celebrate the New Year's with coffee, tea, and some delicious coffee macarons. Coffee au lait. Hey turnips, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this easy tutorial on how to make this creamy and beautiful color and delicious macaron, the coffee au lait macaron. And you guys definitely have to give this a try, and I think that's a great way to start your new year. And for those who are new to my channel, definitely hit that subscribe button so that you guys can become a turnip and I can bring more sweetness to your life. And don't forget that I've also made a peppermint macaron filling, so you guys can check it out, and see you guys next time. Bye!